Good morning, good morning. I am hesitant to start this morning because my husband is getting ready to get in the shower, and that means the dog is going to go ballistic because he's afraid the husband's going down the drain for the first few minutes of the shower. But he is highly drugged at the moment because he's getting a haircut, and we have to do that to him, unfortunately. But it's all choreographed by the vet and blah blah blah. So I don't know if he's going to go ballistic or not. He may not. But I got this. Abby C. I'm on her Patreon account. And she talked about this book. And I have another one that's more of a picture book. But the history of thinking on paper, which I love to do. I love what I call learning by journaling. And I just write things down. I just got it yesterday afternoon, so I haven't really done anything yet. But there's different examples of people that do this and have done this through time. Anyhow, I thought it might be a cool book to read. And I was influenced to get this. So I'll let you know. Leonardo da Vinci, of course, being one of those that did this heavily. Oh, look at this. 15th century trade, superstition, and mathematical puzzles. Anyhow, I thought that was kind of cool. This isn't a moleskin. No relation to me. But anyhow, I'm going to include a picture right here. I changed some of my little, whatever you call them, end cards or whatever, on my openings and closings. And I have a little title for this series. That is fun for me to do. But the background of that would make fabulous washi tape. Just saying. But anyhow, I think what I want to do is mix cools and warms, which I think I said that already one time and I still haven't done it. So that's what we're going to do. Mixing cools and warms to just create chaos and then be able to come back to it maybe in a day or two or a week or whenever. That's the whole point of this journal, is to come back to it and create calmness. Which, where's the first edition? First half. Somewhere around here. Anyhow, we're going to just keep going. I know this is probably getting a little boring because it's the same thing, but I enjoy watching someone approach a blank page and take it to full, like, mixed media or collage or whatever without instruction, because I don't take instruction well. I want to do it my way in almost everything I do, sometimes to my downfall, but whatever. So anyhow, we're just going to keep going. I'll do a voiceover and same thing on repeat, but it's meditative. It's therapeutic. It's also learning by journaling, in my opinion, just visually. And we are going to keep going. Well, since I've finished the first clip and started this one, after we have drugged our dog, the vet has said, no, the groomer has said that the medicine that the vet is now giving us, they can't use against their policies. So we have a highly drugged dog that can't go to the groomer. So we are looking for another groomer. We are out of groomers in our section of Columbia, which is a large section of Columbia. He is very aggressive if you touch his feet, and he is very aggressive if you touch his face. So we are by the vet and under vet's care, giving him medicine at everybody's suggestions. Now we find out that the only medicine that actually probably does work, only one vet in the entire area will take him. No. So our other solution is to sedate him to get him groomed. And there's only one vet that will do that because it is tricky, and that's not a long-term plan. And we have family plans today for you, where he needs to be cleaned because he's going with us. I don't care if he's not cut, but he at least needs to be cleaned. So after the medicine wears off this afternoon late, we are going to give him a bath here. He will be rather shaggy for our family thing, but at least he will be coherent. And I feel so sorry for this dog. He's just, as part of his breed, he's a Havanese. They're very aggressive. They're very anxiety-ridden, mainly because they have separation anxieties to the person they attach to. And he has attached himself to my husband, even though I'm the one that picked him out. But he is special. He's a special child, and he requires special care. And we are willing to do that, but his aggressive reactions, which he does go from calm to combat, is what they call it, immediately. There's nothing in between. And, I mean, he's done it to me. He's done it to my husband. And I surely don't want anybody to be hurt out of the deal. And I don't want to have to do something to him permanently because he did hurt somebody. So it's a catch-22. Right now we're on 23. Anyhow, I am letting loose here. And the pages I like the best, I scribbled another layer, I dried it, I scribbled another layer, and then I went over the top of it with another layer. So if you like that look, let that be a lesson to you. None of this is precious, none of it. Some of it I've made a long time ago, some of it I'm making in front of you. But I always kind of feel like I turn them into precious objects, kind of like my dog, a precious object with problems. But they're not. They're really not. Some of the ones that I like the most are probably in Procreate, so I can reprint them if I want to. Now, that does give it a little bit different look, especially if we print it at the beach, because that's a pitiful printer, even though it was highly recommended by several art people. I think they just have gotten a discount on theirs, so they recommend them, and they're really not that great. So I'm not even going to tell you what it is, because it's not that great. But poor Gunner, I feel so bad for him. It's just not fair to do this to a dog. And immediately, this one medicine works, which obviously it's stronger, but the vet told us how to do it, and it's a pill. We're not giving him a shot or anything. But it's fast acting, and he's already, hiding under chairs and laying in his bed, which is fine. But my husband had scheduled a haircut for himself while the dog was at the groomers. And we were told to ask for a special service because they won't, spot him around with other dogs, which most groomers do. They'll wash like 3, dry 3, cut 3, and then they're all ready to go home, at 1. But they asked us to not do that. They asked us to ask for a special appointment, which is called Express, and of course that's more expensive. It's just a whole ball of wax, and I'm kind of perturbed at everybody, but feel sorry for Gunner. But I understand where everybody's coming from. It's just sad that caught in the middle is this poor, sweet, sometimes sweet dog, sometimes aggressive dog. And anyhow, this one right here is the one I went over. It was already dry. No, maybe another one. I don't know. I don't remember. But today I kept repeating the mantra, chaos to calm, opposite of what Gunner does. And just making sure that this might be it right here. I just scribbled with Neocolor 2s, and my water is so dirty that I'm not even getting them wet. But if you look to the left, that piece of paper that I put that big washi tape on is from a Rolling Stone article in 2020 about the upcoming election. So that definitely is getting covered up. But the title of the article was something like chaotic. And then right under my hand is a bottle there, and it's called iodized pitchforks. I'm like, okay, that's staying in. Because boy, oh boy. But I mean, really and truly, do I want that to go in my November recovery book? I don't know. But anyhow, and then I got out Gonzai Tombai, however you say these paints. I love these paints. It's kind of like a combination of gouache and watercolor, but they're super pigmented, super thick, from Japan. Love them. You can get them on Amazon. And they have a couple different sets because I have a different set at the beach. This is the one that I love the most. It is chaotic. It is the best sort of chaos that we can love. And it's just a little tiny piece of paper. It's not really big. But just seeing the mess and then going over it with a different color and a whole different color family, love it. And then I went over the rest of this with pink to block out some of the people's faces that are kind of obvious, like a certain color hair. And it's a cartoon, but you can still tell who the people are. Anyhow, that was an unfortunate accident that I'm going to try to work in. But this is working. This is working. Because I do feel better. And I'm not sad. I'm really not. I'm just frustrated and anxious and some of what happens with all that. But I'm getting better hour by hour. So hopefully you are too by watching these. And we're just going to continue on tomorrow to do some more. Thanks for watching. Bye.